Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the University of Virginia and the Cavaliers, where around here they say learning never ends, and they hope to teach a lesson in this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cavaliers will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will get the first possession of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
They'll leave it with him. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
It's complete on the right side. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Looking for room, it's Thomas.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Seminoles are on the move. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The run from the shotgun. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to the running game. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one.
They tried to set up that screen. The problem was, David, they left a big hole in it for the tackle.
And just a great job by the defense. Like, that's a fool you play. That's a trick you play. It gets you to run up field, rush the passer, slip it behind you. The defense did not bite. Great play. Great job stopping him on 3rd down.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offense, a sack. Now it's 2nd down. Jones to throw. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years, not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie, and guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better, and you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On 3rd down, going up top. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Noles have this offense rolling. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Field goal is good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Lincoln. Takes his shot. Working that left side. He's loose. They trip him up, but not before he has a huge gain and sends a bolt of momentum into the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Second down now after the sack. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They finished the first 2 drives with field goals. They'd love to get a little something more this time, Jesse.
I want to just keep seeing balance from them and a little better.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the grab at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Most fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark that this team needs. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Missouri. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Cavaliers in the hurry up. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Scanning the field, it's Lincoln. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cavaliers will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Jones wants to throw it. Steps away to find some room. Got his man all by himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Caught in the backfield, it's Winston. Touchdown, Florida State! What a catch and run for 6. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to that.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Lincoln. Got his man in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Cavaliers send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fair catch called for and made. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff to the lone back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Trying to get to him. It's complete. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Gonna run it. It's Thomas. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Still running at the 40. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some score. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To the ground with the back. At the 20, he's got space. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 35. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown Seminoles. And the punishment has been extended.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing.
And they got him for the sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed, and the returner will be brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Jones to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Noles! And the stomping has commenced. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Virginia, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Give to the single back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. The Seminoles will try to pick it up on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying,
just plowing ahead. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Florida State! And the pummeling has started. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some 1st downs, get some positive momentum.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the single back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Takes the handoff. It's Thomas. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. They'll try to power their way ahead. The Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Might as well give it to him again. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
From the gun, running back on the move. Just gets it to the 28, pick up a 1. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking for an advantage to the right.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
2nd down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Play number 9 on this drive. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Trying the left side. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Virginia, 0.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat, face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Stanford Cardinals taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the... ball, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big runs.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. They go to the ground. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium, but sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page and they generate the pass rush the very next play.
The play-action fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator strips his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Stanford wants to push the pace. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Benedict. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks. Now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback?
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He rifles one deep to the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Quarterback moving. Throws to the wideout. He caught it!
You know, and that's real demoralizing for the defense, too, because the coverage on that play wasn't terrible. He just threw it in a place where only his guy could make the catch. There's nothing you could have done defensively to prevent that effort. Now, all of a sudden, the offense, man, they're...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. Stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. The give out of the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass. It's Benedict. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this defense doing what it does best. Get after the quarterback. That's their third of the day. They're number one in the nation at getting the quarterback on the ground. That's why they've had such a successful unit.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, great tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
A simple play, simple game. Get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UAB just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Birmingham. They'll enjoy this one all week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Stanford quickly to the line.
Brings up second down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to pass. It's Benedict. Got him downfield. There he goes down the right side. The 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Stanford!
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Give to the running back. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on first down. Gives it to the back on the draw. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse. And this offense...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll go to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. He'll come out throwing on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He's looking downfield to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Stands in and takes the hit. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, get ready to come back in this game.
They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Stanford wants to push the pace.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking to throw, it's Benedict. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Up-tempo for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that can get after the quarterback, that play relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want him. Got him in a 3rd down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Hands it off. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have bounce. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Everything going the offense's way. Trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. On the move at the 30. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. I think we can just about blow the candles out on this one. It's all over.
No doubt. It's over. But you know what, Reese? These stats are good. They count for postseason awards, so I'm all for piling on the stats, running up the score. Offense, get the stats.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down. down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Looking downfield, it's Benedict. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Off the play fake. They're trying to get to him. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer,